Hi there, welcome and thank you so much for being here. We're gonna do a reading for you to tap into the overall energy, what's going on, get you a little clarity and insight. It's a timeless collective reading, so see which messages feel like they resonate for you. Hopefully it's this one. And remember that divine inner guidance, it's in you. Try to make balanced decisions between logic and intuition so your decisions are sound and based in love and for the highest, greatest good of everyone. So we're all uplifted in love. Let's begin. I pulled this from my mystery deck and I have to tell you, it flew out. So I do feel like there's a lot of energy here. This card had a lot of enthusiasm behind it. So right away, I feel like there's two separate groups or paths. I feel like there's one group that has been putting time, attention, love. I actually heard your whole heart into something and you've been waiting, but doing something with like diligence, like you haven't stopped, you didn't give up. And I feel like harvest is coming. Something is about to be plump and juicy. And I see something just falling into your arms. So I feel like you have this little pocket of space to prepare for a lot of abundance that's just going to come in. For another group, I actually see an octopus. So I feel like it's about being more flexible, that you are being divinely guided to go in a different direction or do something with a different angle and kind of get you down a different path where something flows a lot easier. I kind of feel like you were going in a maze before and you kept hitting the end of the maze. And I feel like you're being guided to maybe get out of that maze to open territory. And I feel like the map is going to be handed to you. So let's see what this is about. I went and got the Money Moves Oracle because of that card. So let's start with the Money Moves, get you a little clarity on abundance, money, prosperity, just flowing to you. Something feeling like it's a lot easier. Let's see what God's source, Holy Spirit, grace, consciousness, our higher selves, angels and energies of love have for the highest and greatest good of all. I feel like we should get a couple of messages in case there are different groups. And right away you have two. So you have the brain and the heart coming through. So maybe it's balance between logic and emotions. You have mind power and you have love life. I didn't even know there was a love life message in this deck. So maybe it's about being well-rounded. It looks like your brain is firing up here. You're using so many different areas of your brain. Maybe you're multitasking. This one is telling you to use your intelligence. I almost Freudian slipped lose. So I kind of feel like there is an unlearning. If you were being very, very rigid and set, putting something in a box that there's only one way to do something, I do feel like it's maybe a little creativity in the old noggin and getting flexible. I see you seeing something at many different viewpoints. So maybe some of you are gaining knowledge. I feel like you need to go to more than one source and then use your brain to connect the dots. So, and I feel like it's really looking at different angles of something. So perhaps the same subject, but you're gaining knowledge on wisdom through different people who have had different experiences or have different expertise in different areas. And I feel like you're putting it all together. I hope that made sense. Your intelligence, use your intelligence, analyze data logic, and think rationally. Lead with your mind. So I do feel like you're putting the puzzle pieces together, but I feel like you need to go on a research journey for yourself. And I feel like you can't be all in logical land either because you have love life coming through. Free from problems and money troubles, enjoy the passion of love. Love and be loved. Oh, it's like Nature Boy. What a beautiful song. I feel like if some of you have been completely focused on money, there is a change. Maybe that's that flexible situation where maybe if some of you were single for a long time, somebody's going to come into your life, bring a little romance in. If some of you have somebody you're thinking about and you don't have any room for the romance, I feel like you need to maybe even use your mind a little and I just see you readjusting something in your schedule so you have more room for some love. It looks like lovey-dovey time does want to come in, even in the career deck for some of you. So love and be loved. I also feel like when you pursue and I did see you doing something with your whole heart into a project or whatever, and you really love it. That's when you're taken down all of the right roads. Always getting divine guidance, because when you follow that joy inside of you, that's when the universe really does open up this abundance, not just money, into your life, because that abundance starts with that joy you already have, feeling abundant satisfaction in your soul. But I feel like it's even bigger than satisfaction. I feel like it's thriving, free from problems and money troubles. If some of you were maybe butting heads or didn't have meeting of minds between something that had to do with a financial situation, I do feel like some epiphany is going to come through and give you a solution you were looking for, to soften that situation, whatever it is. And if some of you have a situation that was never a meeting of minds, I feel like this free from problems of money troubles is maybe freedom you are gaining in a situation to go down a different road where I see with that mind, you feel fired up and ready. So for some of you, this is healing a situation. For others, it's a new situation. And I feel like for some of you, it might be freedom from a situation. So let's get another message. What is another? That one? That one jumped, but it flipped back around. So I feel like this is something that might be hidden. It's a big one. You have a money tree. So maybe something was hidden or blocked for a little bit, but it's going to come back around. This is that plump and juicy abundance that wants to come in for you. Maybe some of you have a money tree, like that one. Maybe it's putting a money tree in your house. Or I think another plant you can have that brings abundance is bamboo. So maybe it starts with just bringing some positive nature vibrations in your home or on your desk. This is where, I mean, you have dreams coming true. And this is not just cash, it's golden. It's something that feels like it's backed up. You will get what you have long desired. Enjoy your wealth. I feel like for some of you, I see you changing directions, but it could also be changing your mindset. That maybe it's just not about the money. If that's what your focus was on, I feel like it's recognizing other things of importance in your life, or what you are valuing most or working towards is sort of opening up, and something else like love or romance, or I mean, it says enjoy your wealth. Maybe it's just you independently jumping on a plane and going somewhere in the world, going on vacation, or saying, you know what, I worked really hard last week and that project did amazing. I'm going to take a couple days off and do nothing. Sit home, read a book. I even see somebody just cleaning their house. So whatever it is, I feel like there's definitely an adjustment on priorities. If some of you are only focused on your love life, on another person, or on the feels, I feel like you're going to start to get the feels or the itch to do something kind of cool for you. I feel like you're going to have a brilliant idea on a project you should start. And I feel like you should go with that. I actually see if wherever your attention was, if you like expand your attention to another territory, I feel like it's actually going to bring not just prosperity in that old focus that you had, but in the new one as well. I hope that made sense. I feel like if you open yourself up to some kind of new experience, everything is going to thrive, not just one area. Let's get one more. I like these cards. They're really pretty. What is one more on Mind Power, Love Life, and Money Tree? We got two. We got a lot of messages for you guys today. So what's flying out? Oh, I like this. I like this because this for me feels like you're tapping into not just your mind and not just your feels and your heart, but your soul. This is a soul calling. This is a destiny path. This is you feeling at peace. You're in alignment. You're feeling that personal power. You're receiving guidance from God on the best path for you. And for some of you, you do have beautiful spiritual gifts. I feel like that music was like a bell right there. You have gifts inside of you. You're clairaudient, psychic. You're an empath. You have amazing energy. Maybe it's energy work. Maybe it's sound healing. Maybe it's therapy of some kind. Maybe it's just your voice. Maybe it's just you as an example in your life. The way you do everything is inspiring to others. But if some of you have been thinking about doing anything that is spiritual as a job, opening a store that has crystals, doing something online, creating your own oracle cards, doing readings, learning about Reiki, if you're really good with, logic and numbers, maybe you're really good with astrology or numerology. And maybe you start to do it a little bit for yourself or for your friends, but maybe you actually can create a business. I just see somebody doing birth charts. Maybe for some of you, it's even getting your birth chart done. If you're watching this in the beginning of the year, that is a really good time to see what the energies and the planetary alignments are going to be for your specific birth chart, your natal chart for the year. But if you're thinking about anything, going to school, this is your confirmation to continue down that path. And I do feel like this is something you are doing where it doesn't really feel like work. I see that it kind of feels natural and fun. And this is telling you to open your heart. Open your heart to a spiritual career and heal the human heart. All right, this is kind of an extra message, but I do feel like it's going to maybe make a powerful impact on many of you, because I see like Chiron or the wounded healer. Look into your life and try to see where you've gone through the hardest things. Like what really, really was difficult for you. And if you're doing something that involves a spiritual career of any sort, those hardships, those really difficult lessons that you went through are going to be the areas where your soul has an extra expertise with to help other people that have probably gone through something, maybe not exact, but similar. And it's a different perception of looking at things that you've gone through. Because I feel like whatever you've gone through, you've gotten up. You've gotten stronger because of. You've made huge spiritual growth spurts. Many, not just one or two or three throughout your life. But usually the biggest ones that come after being knocked down the hardest. So for you, is it that is it your heart? Is it the love department that like really gets you? Or have you experienced maybe the loss of people in your life that you've loved, or animals? Or is it that you've had maybe, I don't know, I see somebody who's actually had some pretty dramatic situations happen in their life, but you do it like a soldier, like calm. Maybe it's later that things kind of sneak up, and you know, after all that extra energy goes away, I see like the adrenaline goes away, then maybe you process something differently. I do feel like some of you handle like pretty big situations that others wouldn't handle so well with strength and grace. What is it? I mean, that was just 3 examples that came to me, but whatever area it is, that's probably where you're an expert, or will be, on helping others. So start there. And that might not be the direction you always go to, but starting there and seeing who resonates with you will take you down the right path. You are a light worker. I mean, you're here. So you are special. You do tap into spirit, God, the universe, energies. You are unusual in the most beautiful way. I feel like you are ahead of a lot of other people, and wherever you are on your spiritual path is okay. Everyone's at a different level, going a different pace, learning different lessons, but I feel like your path is bigger. That's just what I see. I feel like you are here to do something that makes such a positive impression on the world. No matter how big of the world is, for some of you, it's in somebody's life. And that makes all the difference in the world. Maybe you change somebody's life so much, and that's the person that goes off and really makes changes in the world. But that was because of you that helped that person get there. Because not everybody's meant to be in the spotlight, you know, I don't know, I see like, I don't know why I just went to France in my head. Like I was thinking of like old France. Like I just thought of Joan of Arc. Not everyone has that big destiny, but your destiny is big, whether you know it or not. Because even if you think you're only making a small impression, that little impression is going to be like a butterfly effect, and it is going to change the world. Maybe you find out in this life, maybe you find out, you know, when we're in another dimension, but there's still going to be amazing seeds of abundance that are going to come around for you in this life. Some people want, you know, really big, successful situations in their life. And for some people, it's simplicity and freedom. I didn't even look at this other one. So I feel like this was a big message for a lot of you. I mean, I also see not just protection that you are receiving. I feel like some of you have auras that are getting really big lately. Like you walk in a room, you're noticed. You can even use your aura to heal. I also see that some of you have a light that is so bright that it might be too bright for some people to be around, and that's okay. I feel like the right people are going to figure out those right spiritual sunglasses if they're still attracted to you. Because I feel like you're transmuting intentions or vibrations somehow. I feel like even the ones who didn't know they needed to be healed or were in search of healing are going to, I hear by default, be healed, which is really nice. But it's not dragging that horse to the water and making it drink. I feel like you are sitting very peaceful in something. Now, speaking of your big aura, you have this beautiful, I don't know, it's like a spiritual cosmic Rubik's Cube. So I do feel like you are definitely putting something together, building something, but not boxing something in. You're creating a structure of something in your life, but I feel like it's something that keeps growing, not shut to be one little way. There is something coming in your life, whether that's your career or you tapping into your soul, your spirit for whatever career it is that you really feel good at, or this abundance coming in your life, or the right person to bring the right romance. I do feel like for some of you, a little romance is going to go a long way, because I see you going to work and having a little pep in your step. Like, even if you don't really want to show it, it's like your soul, your spirit sort of skipping down the hallway or kind of like bouncing at your desk. So I do feel like that's going to be a very nice energy for some of you to have. But I feel like it's also really feeling this fire in your mind, in how you're working, being open-minded, coming up with creative solutions you never even would have dreamed you would be the one to come up with. Lead with your mind. I also feel like some of you are going to be leaders. What is this? I keep having to put my glasses on and I'm a little embarrassed. They're kind of dirty, but I don't want to stop the reading yet. Maybe I will take a pause and clean my glasses. Find the right path, the fit with the soul, the ideal job. You're meant to be here. Whatever this is, you're going to feel it at a soul level that it's right, because I feel like it's not going to feel like work. I feel like it's something that you're getting to do. You're excited to do. You want to go back to. Not drained by and not just getting by. Beautiful. So let's dive into something else. I think I'm not going to clean these. I think I'm just going to pause you and get a different pair and do a little costume change for you today. I'll be right back. All right, let's continue. We're going to do an animal card. So let's get you a spirit animal that you are connecting to or has some advice and wisdom for your energy right now and what you're moving towards. What is the spirit animal that would be the most helpful to bring more depth to mind, power, love life, money tree, spiritual work, and a perfect fit? Please and thank you. A zebra. Oh, I really like the zebra. You're like a fun horse. You're like a horse with a mohawk and I don't know, I feel like you're a designer horse. So 96. I feel like it's not about being black and white. It's seeing in between the lines. It's about all of the colors of the spectrum. But I do feel like if there's like a herd of horses, I feel like you're the zebra. You're sort of the same form, but your vibration is a little bit different. You're a little unusual, even if that's just your style or the way, I hear represent. Maybe you're representing somebody or somebody's going to represent you because of your style, because of your differences. Let's see, this is 96. I love a zebra. I also see that, like, I don't know, I hear zoo. Maybe if there was a situation and you felt caged in, or like there was a energy around you that felt kind of like a zoo, I feel like this zebra looks pretty free in the field here. So I do see freedom coming in for you. I went to get the glasses and now I don't know where I put them. Oh, they're on the ground. I brought the pink ones from the dollar store. I figured I'm wearing pink today. All right, so with its distinctive black and white stripes, the zebra reflects the duality of existence, urging to acknowledge life's contrasts, see the inherent unity, and embrace your uniqueness. You're the one that's standing out somehow. Maybe, you know, everyone sort of dresses the same in a group and you come in and you just sort of start a trend. I see you fitting in, but not. But I feel like you're sticking out in a very good way. For it's in celebrating our individuality that we contribute to the intricate fabric of life, finding beauty in its diverse patterns. Maybe you're also looking at the patterns of your life, cycles of your life. Maybe it's certain things that you are boxing in. Now you are busting that box open. Because I feel like you're changing somehow and releasing an old cycle. I feel like you've learned a big lesson recently. And I feel like whatever lesson that was created a lot of growth in you and desire for more freedom. But maybe that's free time. I hear time. So let's continue. Let's get you an angel number. And I actually was thinking, because we have that love card, of doing a love deck, but I keep hearing no every time I think about grabbing a deck. So I don't think we're supposed to do a love deck today, but we'll do the tarot and see what comes through. So let's do an angel number, and then maybe a message from the universe. I think I brought those. And then the tarot. What is an angel number to be helpful right now, please and thank you. I should have kept my glasses on. You have 0606. Maybe that's a time or a Gemini energy. June, this is commitment. Commitment to yourself, commitment to, I'm staring at this too. I put that up right, so we'll take them both. 0000. That makes me think of the Fool, or the midpoint between something. This is loyalty, responsibility, truth, love, light, spiritual realm, growth, and solutions. It's when you apply honesty, when you are living in your authenticity and your light, your aura, the way you vibrate daily to everything you do is the fast track to creating a peaceful and meaningful life. It's how you find solutions and comfort. Release worries by speaking your truth and expressing. So you're speaking your truth and you're expressing your emotions clearly and regularly. Open up that box, because the best is yet to come. And this is you tapping into your limitless potential. There's no limit on what you can achieve and what you can do, how much you can grow, the abundance that you can have. Rest, relaxation, it's unknown surrender, the finish line, success, and victory. I do feel like some of you have this victory energy and get to relax a little bit, not run on empty. It serves as a timely reminder that anything can be accomplished. If you can dream it, there is no reason you can't make it your reality. If something is in the possession of someone else, in another person, that means it's also accessible to you too. So just remain calm. I feel like that's kind of the key here. It's not a pushy energy. It's you relaxing that energy. You're putting energy and effort into something, but it's putting that manifestation energy out there and not attaching to the outcome. That's when something in the universe, and divine energy can work itself out for you. And then just trust it's going to come through for the highest and greatest good of what you need. Remain calm. What's meant for you is not going to pass you by. If it was designed for you, it's meant for you, because you stand out, you're special. There's something being prepared, and it is the perfect fit for you. And I feel like it's also the perfect fit for where you are now and how you are growing. Maybe something that was a perfect fit in your past, or that old cycle, is no longer suitable to who you are now. Let go of tension and relax. I just heard that song, the 80s song always pops through when I hear relax. Relax, stick to it, when you wanna go through it, relax. I think that's the only song that came through. All right, so let's get you one message from the universe. And then we'll do the tarot. There's one message to be helpful. Please and thank you. Wow, it flew, okay? Everything is flying today. There's definitely a lot of energy that wants to talk to you today. Me and my glasses, I should just keep them on my head. All right, what is this message? Just because something is not, oh, I like this, yeah. Just because something's not happening right now doesn't mean it will never happen. Divine timing is at play. Be patient. You have a lot of that, like, relax your energy advice coming in. I do feel like it's sort of like that God is cooking the most perfect cake as just for you in the oven, but you don't want to force the oven or take it out before it's risen and prepared and iced for you. I feel like you get to put the cherry on top of a situation, but you do have to have a little patience. There is something that's being worked out for you. So in the meantime, I feel like you need to have a balanced energy in all areas of your life and where your attention is between work and play. You know, relaxation and, what did I see before? Like really snapping into something, full force. I feel like you have to just sort of create a better balance in your life. Let's go to the tarot. I did bring this, so let's do this one. Now, this is the Steampunk Tarot. I actually have I said that exactly at 32 minutes. I didn't want to like take it apart. At one point, I put my two decks together. So this is actually two different versions of the same tarot deck. So I have no idea what's going to come out. And it's making it a little harder for me to shuffle. But let's just see. What is the movement of energy that would be helpful to know about on this new direction, this perfect fit? Ultimate potential. Epiphany moments and mind power, tapping into your soul and your spirit. Please and thank you. And the zebra. Let's just get a foundation and then see what we need to ask. You are doing something where you might have some independent wealth, where you are working on something that's going to bring prosperity in your life. Look at how big her bird is. I feel like you are, I don't know. I feel like you are, or you were watching something almost like a hawk, but I feel like you have this keen sense of when to dive into something. Now, look at how strong you are. That bird must be so heavy. This is usually where you have a lot of success that is coming in your life. Your own business, or feeling like wherever you work, if it is an environment, you still have this luxury of time to yourself and space to create. I hear straight out of the gate. I feel like something is going to, I feel like you just had to open something out, or like open something up that was fenced in. And straight out of the gate, things are going to change for you. There's no hood on this hawk's head either, so you can see something clearly. This is you. I mean, another message with that is to enjoy the luxury of time spent alone, or time with yourself, to enjoy your own company. I mean, especially if you're into focusing your attention on love life. If you enjoy being around you, someone else is going to get to be around you. It's not you in search of somebody else to fill in the time that you don't enjoy being around you. So I do feel like this is putting attention into you. But I do feel like the upside down Nine of Pentacles should be briefly looked at, because that is where there's beautiful things around you that are not appreciated, or there's somebody who kind of just always gets, and they never had to work for anything that they have, and they don't have the true appreciation of how valuable, big or small, the things are around them, or possibly how hard somebody else had to work for them to have it. So for some of you, maybe you're leaving a partnership where you felt undervalued and overworked. And I'm even seeing for some of you, you felt a little taken advantage of, because I feel like you did put a lot of energy and effort, because it's Pentacles, into the time and attention and what you were building. But if you felt undervalued, or like it wasn't reciprocal or being appreciated, I feel like maybe that's where some of you are leaving. And that could even be a work environment. That could be a friend group. That could be a partner. That could be anything. But I feel like you are going to a place where you are absolutely seen as high value. Let's get another message. Nine of Pentacles, because 9 is also almost an ending. Tell us about what's outside of that gate. Or tell us about the fence, the gate, behind the wall, whatever that is. It's that you have this clarity. You need to have a conversation. You need to, I think it goes back to that other message, be open with your feelings and open with what you are thinking. Be authentic with what you say. Look at this. You're going to have an epiphany. You're going to have a great conversation. You're going to have this idea that snaps you back into something, that snaps you in a new direction, that helps you to see something clearly. Look at all of the electricity here. I feel like you just had to pull the handle. I actually see that you almost had to put down the crown. It's like you put your crown on the ground. I hear back to the drawing board. But this is truth, conversation, thoughts, communication. And this is just the beginning. So maybe everything starts with a conversation. Maybe everything starts with a conversation with yourself, or maybe your big bird. I know this is a really interesting thing, but I feel like some of you might be natural communicators or psychics with animals. That was a total side message, but maybe that's something you can learn more about. That's maybe one of your gifts. I feel like that's a very tiny little percentage of people that can do that. But if you are just naturally in tune with animals, if animals just kind of gravitate towards you, maybe that's something you could learn more about. The upside down Ace of Swords is not having clear communication with yourself, or knowing what you want to say but never addressing it, or where your actions don't match how you really think about something. When you have a closed mind and you're not open for new information or to see somebody else's point of view. But I feel like there's too much electricity here. So if this was here and you weren't clear, there's something coming through and it's going to zap you into reality, clarity, truth. I keep hearing conversation, so I feel like it might start with that self-dialogue or self-talk, but that's going to take you to a brilliant conversation with somebody else. What else would be helpful? What is this communication or truth about? Please and thank you. Oh, yeah, that you're amazeballs. There's a Westie in this. I had forgotten that there were Westies in these. I got these before I had a Westie. Rose, there's 2 of you. There's 2 Westies in this. Oh my gosh, I know I got sidetracked there, but that just made me so happy. You don't really see Westies that often. That's the kind of dog I have, like Rose. It's an interesting dog too, because they all look alike. Maybe their size is different, but it's not like a Pomeranian where they can be different colors or their faces are like, you know, their snouts are short and long. Every Westie pretty much looks exactly alike, other than maybe the size. So, but you know, it's not the personalities. So even if something looks similar, I feel like there is a really different personality. What is this? The Ten of Pentacles. We started and ended with the same thing. I love when readings circulate back around. I feel like, where's your 0000 potential? I don't even know where that card went. I feel like it's that. Here. So you have the Magician and you have the Ten of Pentacles. You are receiving insight on how to manifest your legacy, prosperity. I also feel like, even though this is a Pentacles energy, when I first saw this, it actually looks like the Ten of Cups. It looks like there's love in this card. It looks like there is partnership in your future, even if that's your best friend. But I feel like for some of you, this is a best friend that's also a lover. I feel like for some of you, you also are going to get involved or start something with someone else, a business together, where you both have prosperity because of your differences, and or you have such support here, because I saw that love life thing. And I feel like I just see two people like whispering at night, talking on their pillows to each other about their day or their projects or their dreams or something like that, like believing in each other, inspiring each other, and maybe doing something independently on their own in the day. But it's almost like that little inspiration that brings that abundance with whatever they might individually be working on. But I still keep seeing some kind of business somebody's doing with somebody else. You're up here on this platform. You're at the elevated perspective. You've gone through this portal. There's something inside of you that you knew all along, or wise spiritual advice that you were given, that something is in the cards for you. It's your destiny. Time to step into your destiny. This is your legacy. This is what you are so proud of leaving behind. It's not just the biggest castle and the fancy stuff, and not the experiences with those things. This sometimes is generational, connecting to different generations. Sometimes it's leaving a legacy or leaving something for future generations. But I feel like whatever I said before here, if you have younger energies or children, I feel like there is a beautiful balance with this Magician, where even if children are in a position where they kind of have it pretty good, they feel stable, and that's not everyone's position. But I do feel like there's still that sense of responsibility and appreciation. And if it's a situation where you are working into this abundance and you are maybe the first generation, or I don't know, I just see you breaking generational cycles, or even generational like curses or repeat patterns from what was taught 100 years ago or 1953 is not really suitable to what you can do now. I feel like there's still some kind of lesson instilled in younger generations where, I don't know, I see younger generations as having prosperity somehow, if you have kids involved. But I feel like it's either self-made, that they can do something with the talents they have on their own and feel proud of it, whatever it is. But I see great appreciation for whatever it is that is being received, or I hear a gift. I feel like there's a gift, but that could just be wisdom that brings prosperity into somebody's life. But I feel like for some of you, it's going to be I keep hearing self-made, and I don't know why I keep thinking of stuck in the middle with you. What else do I get with this? This just always takes me to, it's not about the biggest spaceship in the sky. You know, you don't take the stuff with you. You take the legacy and you take the wisdom, but I see you passing wisdom along. I think that's what I'm getting at. So I don't know if somebody's passing that wisdom on to you, or what you are doing is going to be able to be what passes wisdom onto somebody else. But I feel like I just hear a handout. I don't feel like it's about a handout. I feel like it's something different. Handout. I don't know. I feel like at the end of the reading here, I kind of got like stalled. Like the messages. So I do feel like with this, it comes back to tapping into your innate inner talents, your wisdom, what you have right around you to manifest, because this is when you manifest the you know what out of your life. But you have to be willing to rise and fall, try again as many times as you need to see what actually gets grounded. Use all the tools you have, use all the skills you have. It's when you get those gifts, you know, that come in unexpectedly, you utilize them, you use that wisdom, you use the connections that come through that offer help. The magician is you manifesting this long-term success in your life, but you start with that today. You might have this peek into the future, but you have the today to enjoy. And if the magician is upside down, I don't really see that as being a weird energy around you right now. I feel like it's not even a message to address. I feel like if it was upside down, it's just maybe having the clarity that what you wanted to manifest, or even somebody else in the past, is not the same valuable dream, or has the same value as what you are seeing you want to manifest into your future. I feel like that could have been somebody pulling the wool over their own eyes if they weren't in their authentic energy. But I don't feel like there's a lot of energy with that upside down. So I'm just going to mention it and leave it there, and let's get you a rock star. I hope this reading was helpful for you. There's one more message, please and thank you. Oh, you have your inner vision, so tap into your intuition. Inner vision, see something a different way, read in between the lines, use all of your senses, not just one, not just your mind and not just your heart, and not just up there in ether, you know, in spirit. You got to use it all. Inspiration, trust your inner vision. Stevie Wonder. I keep hearing Sir Duke, and I can't think of how that song goes, but maybe that's the song that needs to come through. And with this, I bid you adieu. I love you so much. Thank you for being here. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Thank you.